Okay, grade 12. Let me teach you how to be the best when it comes into answering this type of questions. So, uh, welcome to the channel. Uh, we're going to work on question 7 and math paper 2, and this is the September 2020 trial exam. Right. So, looking at this question, they say in the diagram PQ and R are 3 points in the same horizontal plane, and PR is equals to QR, which is equals to M. Let me go and write that on the diagram because I can see that on the diagram this side is equals to that side, which makes this part here to also be M. I hope you can see that one. QPR is X, we can see that. So if QPR is X, if this angle is X, this angle also is X. Remember, base angles of a triangle. So I'm going to say angle Q1 is equal to X. What is the reason? You can say opposite, what is this? Opposite side equal angle, or you can say base angles of a triangle. Okay, so if I have a triangle like this and this side is equal to that side, this angle is equal to this angle, base angles of a triangle, right? So now what I'm going to do next, let me see what they say on the statement. SP is perpendicular to PQ. So SP is perpendicular to PQ. This is 90. So I'm going to indicate that by 90. The angle of elevation of X from Q is Y. We can see that from the diagram. Now, can we please answer the questions? The first question says for 5 marks. Wow. Express the area of triangle PQR. The area of triangle PQR in terms of X and M. Okay, so I want to teach you how to answer this type of questions by following what the question is saying. So when they say express the area in terms of X and M, so in your answer you should have X and M. Okay, so the area of what? Triangle PQR. Let's go and highlight that triangle that they are referring to. P, P, Q, R. That's the triangle that we need to focus on. And when you answer this, you need to tell the marker which triangle are you working on. So for this 7.1, I'm going to tell the marker that in triangle PQR, remember the area of a certain triangle. You first have to go to your formula sheet and read. Let me check if we do have the area, the formula for area on the formula sheet. Okay, there it is. Look at this. The area of a certain triangle, it's half AB times the sine of angle C. So I'm going to teach you how this formula works. Okay, so you see this AB, it should be the two given sides. So it should be this side and that side. So this is my A, this is my B. So this C is the angle that is between that A and B. So angle C, it should be the included angle. Okay, so let me go back to my triangle and see what I have. Then I need to write down the correct formula. So now I have M, which is this side, that's M. And then I also have this side here, it's M. So these are the only two sides that are given. So I am forced to use this angle. So when I calculate the area, I'm going to say the area is small p. This side here, it will be small p, and this side here, it will be small q. Okay, because this side is the one that is opposite to that one. So I'm looking at this angle here. The angle is opposite to that, so it's going to be small q, and then this angle is opposite to that side, and that will be small p. I hope you understand how I got that. So to find the area, I'm going to say the area of that triangle PQR, it's equals to half. Then I'm going to write my two side, which is small p multiplied by q, the sine of that included angle. The angle should be between small p and q, and that angle is what? It's angle R1. So this will be the sine of angle R1. Guys, I think most time there is a mark for the formula, but make sure that you write the correct formula. Even if they don't mark the formula, make sure that you put in the correct formula. Okay, so now I'm going to check. I have P and Q, both of them, those values of the sides, it's M and M. But do I have angle R1? No, I need to first calculate angle R1. How can I calculate angle R1? Using the sum of angles in a triangle. So what I'm trying to say is that if I take this angle, I add it with that angle, and also add it with that angle, I should get what? 180. Therefore, this tells me that angle R1 is equals to 180. I minus the sum of these two angles, which is x plus x, that gives me 2x. So that is angle R. So this will be 180 minus 2x. Okay, so now that you have angle R, let's go and write this. Please, when you do this, when you answer a question, try to also give them reasons. Say that the reason for this one is going to be, the reason is going to be sum of angles in a triangle. Angles in a triangle. So let's just do the substitution on that formula. So this will be area. The area will be half small p, it's m, multiplied by m, then the sine of 180 minus 2x. So I know that already you are asking, how can we solve this type of question? Don't stress. This will be half m times m, that's m squared. Then the sine of 180 minus theta. Where is 180 minus theta? That's in second quadrant. How is sine in second quadrant? Sine is positive. So we can reduce that and write it as the sine of that angle. And this is the area. So by writing this, you'll definitely get the full 5 marks. I think here they were just giving away the marks. Ne? They were just giving away the mark, that 5 marks. So this is how you answer 7.1. Let's move to 7.2. 7.2 says that show that PQ is equals to 2m the cos of x. Okay, so let's assume that you don't have an idea what is the question saying or how to approach this question. So let me give you an idea or the best way that you can use to attack this one. This is very important because this is where trigonometry part 2 starts to be more interesting. When they say show that PQ, you need to go on your diagram, your focus should be on PQ. Look at where's PQ. I'm going to highlight that PQ so that you guys can see where's PQ. Look at the line PQ. Right, so this is my line. And when you look at that line, it's a common line between two triangles. It's a common line between triangle QSP, and it's also a common line on QPR. So this is a common line. So now you need to choose which triangle should I work on to do my proof. This is how you choose. You go to your proof where they say show that we need M and X. So this tells you that the triangle that we should work on is the one that has M and X, which is this triangle. So we're not going to use QPS, but we're going to use QPR. I hope you understand that part. And also tell the marker which triangle you are working on. I hope you understand what I'm trying to do here. So you're going to tell the marker that to answer 7.2 in triangle PQR. Okay, then that's when you can start working on that. We can say that this will be the sine root. Okay, so I need to find this side and I need to use the angle opposite to that side, which is angle R. So this will be PQ over the sine of that angle R1. This is equals to, I need to choose the side that has an angle and a side. So both of them, I can use this one and that one, or I can use this one and that one, because these two sides, both of them have angles. So on top, this will be QR. I can use QR over sine of angle P. Okay, let's do the substitution. We are looking for PQ over the sine of angle R. We said this is 180 minus 2x. Then let's equate this to QR. Okay, we know that QR is M. Let's equate that to M over the sine of x. Okay, right. What should we do now? Simple. Let's make PQ subject of the formula. Let's solve for PQ. You cross multiply. You're going to say PQ. You multiply that by the sine x. I'm going to equate this, but before I do that, can I please reduce this guy here? I want to do the reduction here and reduce this. I know that we said this is the sine of 2x. So since it's the sine of 2x, I'm going to write that as the sine 2x, and then this will be m. When we multiply the 2, this will be m times the sine 2x. Okay, therefore divide both sides by that sine x. Divide both sides by that sine x. What is PQ equals to? PQ is just m, the sine 2x over the sine x. And when I look at this, I don't have what they are looking for. So this tells me that PQ, I have m sine 2x over sine x. So what is that telling you? Simplify further to find the answer that they need. So I need to have 2m, and I also need the cos x. Look at this. I only have sine x. How can I bring cos x? I know that this one is an identity. We can change that into 2 sine x cos x. You see? That's an identity. Let's go and rewrite our equation and see what we have. So this will be PQ. It's equals to, this will be m times 2 the sine x, the cos x, and everything is divided by the sine x. We don't have a denominator here, so this tells you that we need to get rid of the like terms. Okay, we need to take this sine x to cancel the one on bottom. And what do you get? So you can see that therefore PQ is equal to, I will write it in this order. The order they want it as 2m the cos x. Therefore this is the final answer. That was easy, right? That was very easy. Look at the next question. The next question is just only 2 marks. So 2 marks tells you that this is just a friendly match. So let's work on that. Hence means that use whatever answer you got on the previous question to prove that SP is equal to 2m the cos x times y. So when they say hence, on the previous question, hence it's saying that use PQ to prove that SP is 2m. So look at this. They want you to use PQ, which is this side, to find what? Use this side to find SP. So, and this is a right angle triangle. This is my opposite. This is my adjacent. Right. So when I do the proof, I need to have something like the angle Y. So what is that? So according to SOHCAHTOA, I'm going to check. They said I must use QP, which is my adjacent, and I have my opposite. So I'm going to choose the one that has adjacent and opposite, which is tan. So this will be tan of that Y. It's equals to opposite, which is SP, all over hypotenuse, which is QP. Let's go and write that down. The tan of, so this is 7.3. We're going to say the tan of that Y is equal to opposite, which is SP, over adjacent, which is PQ. You just have to substitute what you have. So this will be the tan of Y. This is equal to SP. Remember, we are looking for SP. So I'm going to leave the SP like that and divide this by PQ, which is something that we got as 2m the cos x. So this is what I have. So now, how can I make the SP subject of the formula? Easy. Multiply both sides by that 2m, the cos 2, isolate the SP. So I need to multiply this side by the 2m, the cos x, multiply the other side by the 2m, the cos x. So these two cancel this side. This leaves me with SP to be 2m, the cos x tan y. Then this is proved. Please make sure that you follow the steps. First thing first, look at what the question is saying. And then when you see the word hence, means that use whatever that you got previously to prove that, you see. And that's it. This is how easy the question is. Easy 11 marks. And that's it for this question. So yeah, this is where we're gonna stop for this question, and we'll work on the next question.